I think I'm going to do one check-in and then a book bag, and I'll just leave it at that. Buenos días. Estoy lista para mi viaje a España. Solo necesito empacar mis botanas. I think that's how you say snacks in Spanish. I know there's a couple different ways you can say it. I have hella snacks that I am bringing with me, and I just like to bring snacks whenever I'm traveling because I'm pretty sure y'all know the food in the airport is expensive. It's ridiculous. It's outrageous, and I'm not trying to pay $10 for like one item. I remember the last time I went to the airport and I had to get something. I was starving. I didn't have any snacks, and it was $10 for a yogurt parfait. Like, what? Come on now. What I'm gonna bring on the plane with me is these 2 mandarin oranges. I'm gonna eat these before I get to Barcelona, because if you guys watched one of my videos back when I went to Guatemala and I got stopped by the police, there was a dog sniffing my bag. They asked for my passport, my book bag, and come to find out, it was because I had fresh fruit and vegetables and I wasn't supposed to enter into a new country with produce, which I didn't know. So I don't know if it's gonna be the same situation going to Spain, but I don't want to risk it. So I will be eating these before I actually touch down in Spain. But I'm gonna eat these. I'm gonna eat a bar, and then I have some trail mix. I'm on a budget, but it is my birthday. Not today, but on November 14th. It is my birthday in 2 days, and I do want to spoil myself. Like, I want to spoil myself. And when I say spoil myself, it doesn't mean like material things. Like, I don't really want to buy material things. I don't need it. More so like the food. Like, I'm about to be going in on the food. I do want to indulge and spoil myself. So yeah. But if I can save me a little coin when I'm on the go, that's what these snacks are for. So I'm gonna pack them in my carry-on. After I eat, I want to just take out the trash, you know, wipe down the counters and everything, so that when I do come back, I'll be coming back to a clean home. I am all ready to go. I have my stuff. I have all my bags down there at the front door, except my book bag, which I'm gonna put on shortly. Oh, we are? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Thank you. Okay, I love you. The airport today is so empty. Like, TSA was not yelling. There's not many people. The lines weren't long. Like, I'm like, where is everybody at? And I'm not complaining at all. And I just feel so grateful, and I feel really good today because I wasn't even like checking the time. I wasn't rushing. I wasn't stressed out about anything. I just am here waiting. And one thing I will say, filming in public, I have to get used to that. I feel right now it's not that bad because it's not as crowded in the airport, but I feel like I can feel people looking at me, which is why I'm kind of like, I realized that probably no one is looking at me. Literally no one is looking at me. So I don't know why I'm so nervous to like vlog in public, but this like is me trying to overcome that and not be afraid. left, y'all. I had a long flight. I left Miami at 4 p.m. on Sunday, and I just got to my room and like settled and showered. And that's why I'm like in these Hanes like boxer briefs, just comfortable right now. I don't even know what time it is. I haven't even really been looking at the clock that much. I want to show y'all this room because that's the reason I cried. That's the reason I cried, because I'm like, wow, I can't believe that this is my life. I literally was in the shower laughing because I'm like trying to pinch myself. Like, I'm like, is this a dream? Like, what? Like, I don't... Well, which I'm surprised because that was the longest flight I ever had, but it actually ended up being an hour shorter than anticipated, so that was amazing. The food on that flight was actually bomb. Like, I didn't know that they were gonna serve us a like dinner. They served us dinner. I didn't have to pay for any of my luggage. I didn't pay for the flight because I used my points. So all I'm really paying for this trip is the Airbnb and the activities that I do. But in terms of like getting here, nada. So that's a blessing in itself. I didn't really get much sleep on the flight. I ended up watching Coco. They had a lot of good movies and like shows. I ended up just kind of having some creative ideas flowing through my mind that I wanted to kind of like jot them down as they were coming up for me. So I was journaling, I was reading. It was just a really good use of my time. And once I got here, like I said, I was at the airport for a little while because we landed at 6 a.m. and we were waiting at the gate for a long time because we got there an hour earlier than anticipated, and no one was there at the gate to take us to like the main terminal. So we had to wait for a little bit, and then I went through immigrations. There was literally no line. Also, it's very interesting because when I've traveled in other countries, usually I have to like fill out paperwork. It's like a whole interrogation going on. But for Spain, literally they just stamped my passport and that was it. There were no questions about why are you here? Are you a tourist? Are you this? Like none of that, which is very interesting. Yeah, I'm surprised. Like literally there's no paperwork I filled out to say why I was here and when I was gonna be leaving. So yeah, that was interesting. I took the public transportation. So y'all, I had a book bag and 2 suitcases. One was a carry-on, one was like a full-on checked bag. Something that I was not prepared for was the amount of steps in the subway station. So I'm little old me with the book bag on and these 2 suitcases, also trying to, like, you know, look at my phone to make sure I'm going in the right direction. And there's like 4 flights of stairs that I have to go up and down. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, this is crazy. So I definitely got a workout in today. So I dropped off my luggage and then I went to this restaurant for brunch. It was called, I don't know, I'll have to like put it in the description or put it on the screen somewhere, but the food was bomb. It did not disappoint at all. So it is about 7 in the morning and I've actually been up since like 2 in the morning because I didn't take a nap. I went to sleep. I went to sleep around 5. So I went to sleep around 5 and then I woke up at 2. So really I got like a full night's rest and I've just been up ever since, just doing some things. But I also just got ready because I am planning to go to Costa Brava today. I've really been wanting to go and I wanted to start leaving early. The sun is like just coming up as we speak. I meant to leave a little bit earlier, or like I had planned to leave a little bit earlier than I am, but I also am like, girl, what's the rush? Like, we don't need to rush. But it is my birthday today, so happy birthday to me. I have this scarf on my head right now just because I don't want my hair to get frizzy. And while I'm like walking around, I think I'm gonna just wear this scarf on my head. I think it's cute actually, and I love this scarf. I think I'm just gonna wear this, and then once I actually get there, I might take it off. Well, I will take it off. It's my birthday. Like, I can't believe this. I'm 24 years old now. Time freaking flies. I'm feeling good. I feel happy. I feel blessed, and I'm ready to have an amazing day. My view right now, I am like, oh my god, I feel so blessed. My heart is beaming with gratitude right now. Beaming with gratitude. Like, can y'all see it? Can y'all see it glowing through me? Because this is unreal. Oh my god, this is unreal. The moment I took my scarf off, it wants to be windy, but honestly, it can be anything it wants to be because these views are absolutely gorgeous. Let me show you guys. I am like, this is what it's looking like from this angle. This is basically like hiking a mountain. Oh, I see this lady with her tripod taking pictures on the beach. It's so gorgeous. But anyway, I am so glad to be here. It's quiet. There's not that many people. I just need to find something to eat eventually. But this is like a dream to me. This is like ideal to be surrounded by mountains, but also be surrounded by water. And hearing the sound of the waves is so relaxing and just reminding me how blessed I am. Not that I need a reminder. I still have to pinch myself sometimes. There's times where I feel like I'm God's favorite because I'm like, God, you really showing out for me. I do need to find an ATM because I ended up having to get a taxi at my last stop because I had to transfer from the train to the bus, and I forgot to go to the ATM to get cash for the bus. They do not accept cards. So that's something to keep in mind if you come to Spain. Most places do accept card, but if not, you want to have that cash on hand, which I don't know why I didn't think about that.
During my 23rd year of life, God continued to show me what I am capable of. I reconnected with my inner child, and now we are doing life together, the three of us, me, my higher self, and my inner child. The more I learn about myself, the more curious I become. I have a deeper relationship with God, a personal and true relationship that's not rooted in fear or false convictions, but pure love. I accept my path and trust the universe to order my steps to fully surrendering. People say that life is short, and somehow we think we are running out of time. I've learned that God's plan cannot be forced. Transformation does not occur all at once. The only limits that exist are the ones that we place on ourselves and others. In my 24th year of life, I claim a slower pace of living. I claim a deeper connection with self. I claim purification of my heart. I claim continued joy, excitement, and peace.
Hey y'all, it is 6 in the morning and I am about to head out. I'm going on a tour this morning. It's a day tour to France. This trip has been a lot for me, and I'm having a difficult time while I'm here, and I'm so grateful it's not Spain. Spain has been lovely. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to y'all about that later. I'm really happy to be going on a tour today. This is my first tour that I'm going on since I got here, and I'm really happy about that because I don't have any energy left to try and figure things out. So it just feels good to have today be already planned out, already taken care of. All I gotta do is show up. Show up, and I'll be guided through all of the destinations. Let me take a deep breath. If you're watching this, let's take a deep breath because I can feel myself starting to get anxious. So let's take a deep breath. Okay, we are good. I need to catch this train and make sure that I get there on time. am back at the Airbnb. I did not end up going on the day trip to France. I am sad about it, but we'll get into why and what happened. So I planned this trip to Barcelona almost a year ago. Like, I planned it the beginning of this year, and now we're in November, so almost a year. After I planned the trip, I started to do more research on Spain and different areas in Spain, because I am interested on what it would be like to live here. So after I planned the trip, I started doing a lot more research of different places in Spain outside of Barcelona. And so I wish that I would have chose somewhere different. And Barcelona is great, like, don't get me wrong, it's great. But for the kind of trip that I needed, this was very just overwhelming for me. A few months leading up to this trip, I've been saying I'm nearing burnout. Like, I've been telling myself that, or I'll talk to my career coach and be like, I feel like I'm nearing burnout. And it's like, how long can you be nearing burnout until you really are burnt out? Like, I felt like I didn't want to admit that I was burnt out, or I was in denial that I was burnt out. But the videos I've done in the past have been like chill, work from home vibes, and usually I do those when my days are chill. And for a period of time, that was my normal. But once I started to build my experience in corporate America and kind of climb the corporate ladder, so to speak, I realized that it wasn't all that it's hyped up to be. Like, it's exhausting, it's a lot of things, and it doesn't have to be, because I think that there are companies that you can work for that have a type of culture where you don't have to feel those negative effects. But I'll say this, I've been on this trip and my manager has messaged me and emailed me saying like, oh, can you call me? Like, I'm like, I am on vacation. Like, you should not even be trying to reach out to me while I'm in Europe. Like, I've literally told her that. So that already just kind of frustrated me a little bit, but not too much, because I just was like, I'm gonna handle this when I get back. I'm not about to like have anything to do with this. I was in a meeting last week, and one of the department I'm in said that you should have a job that revolves around your life versus the other way around. And I've always felt that deep inside, but when he said that, it resonated deeply, because yeah, like, when you have a life that revolves around your job, you do things like you don't go on vacation, or you cut vacation short, or you miss out on time with family or friends, or time for yourself, because you are making decisions based off of your job, even if it impacts your quality of life. And when you do it the other way around, it's like, no, this job is going to adjust to my life. This job is going to adjust to the life that I'm creating. And that is more so where I want to direction my career path. Say all that to say, I was not in the right headspace coming into this trip, because I was exhausted. And this trip has been exhausting because I'm trying to do things, see things, taking public transportation, figuring my way around, and it's just been really exhausting. And I feel like what I really needed to do was rest. What I really needed was a true vacation where I just show up. I don't need to do anything, I don't need to plan anything, I just show up and take it day by day and move slow and give myself time to relax and unwind. And I feel like I have not given myself that. When I got back home yesterday from Tossa de Mar, I got back home around 9. I grabbed a blanket and fell asleep on the couch. I woke up at 2 a.m. because I needed to kind of get myself together, because I had the tour to France at 7 a.m. and they said to arrive 10 minutes early, so that means 6:50. Literally set an alarm for 2 a.m. because I needed to get ready, I needed to shower, do my hair, figure out what I was gonna wear, get my bag together, and just prepare because it was gonna be an all-day thing. And like I said, I woke up at 2 a.m. so that I could give myself enough time to do all of that, even though I was exhausted, so exhausted. But I paid for this, so I woke up, did all of that. I left the house around 6:15, and like I said, I needed to be there by 6:50. And the train ride was about 25 minutes. But I found myself dissociating when I was on the train. I was very tired, just out of it, and I missed my stop. So I missed my stop, and then I had to kind of like get myself back together and figure out which direction I needed to go in. It was a lot. I actually ended up taking a taxi there. Once I got to the location, I could not find it anywhere. Like, I was looking around trying to figure out where the location was. I couldn't find it until literally it was like 7:30 when I found it, and they were already gone. So I asked the lady, I'm like, do you have any other tours today? Can I get a refund? She's like, you can't get a refund. So I'm like, great. I was like, do you guys have anything tomorrow? And she's like, we do have the same tour available tomorrow, but it's full. And she was like, you can still come and see if someone ends up not showing up. And so I asked her, like, is it normal for people to not show? And she's like, yes, like it's normal. And so I'm gonna try again tomorrow, because she said the likelihood of, you know, there being a spot available is pretty high. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try again tomorrow, and I'm really hoping that I'm able to go. Tomorrow is my last day here, unfortunately, which is just, it kind of goes back to my whole like thing of having a career that revolves around your life and not the other way around. Because if I wasn't so caught up on my job and like my manager like hounding me of like all these things we need to do and me being out and all that stuff, if it wasn't for that, I would have made this trip longer. I would have planned out more time for myself. I have a proposal that I need to write right now, so that's what I'm going to work on. I'm not doing the tour today, so I think I'm going to do my proposal. After I do the proposal, I'm probably gonna take a nap, and then we'll try again later today. I guess I'm just venting. I don't even know if I will put this in the video, but I don't even know if I'm going to, like, when I'm gonna even do the Spain vlog. I haven't really gotten that much footage. I'm just really pooped, for lack of better words. And when you're an ambitious person, how do you even make time for rest? Because it's like, the times that I could be resting, I'm like, well, I could rest, but I could also do this. I could also get ahead on this, or I can also start working on this. And yeah, it's just challenging. If you've made it this far, this is your sign to just take it easy. Like, meet yourself where you're at. This is a thought that literally just came into my mind. I'm being so hard on myself, and I feel burnt out and stressed, and I want to cry right now. But I also just realized I'm about to get my period. Like, as I'm speaking, I'm like, girl, you're about to get your period. And I feel like this happens every month. And if you are someone with a uterus and you have a period, then you probably can relate to this, where you feel like your world is falling apart, and then you check the date and you're like, oh, that's why I feel like that. Period aside, I think that's making it feel a lot more intense, and that's amplifying what I already feel. So I feel like every time I record, I'm at the house, but I say at the house, but I mean the Airbnb. I wish this was my house. But anyway, I took a nap and I feel so much better. I slept for about 3.5 hours. I fell asleep around 12 something, and then I woke up at 3:30, about somewhere around there. But now I am ready to go out again. I feel like I kind of wasted the day, but at the same time, I'm like, no, I didn't, because there's still so much to do in Barcelona at night, and there's still like places to go. I don't really plan to do much. I just need to eat something really, and then from there I will probably walk around, whatever. I am going to try this restaurant that not my boss, but my boss's boss recommended, because she's been to Spain before, and she recommended a place called Venitas or Venitas. I don't know how to say it, but she said that's a good place for tapas. So I think I'm gonna try that for tapas, and then probably explore for a little bit, walk around, maybe have a glass of wine or something. And then for like dinner, there's a place that I don't know where I found it. I think someone that I watch that lives in Barcelona shared it in their description or on their Instagram post or something like that. But it's called El Manaba, and it's actually an Ecuadorian restaurant. I know that's kind of weird eating Ecuadorian food in Spain, but that shit looked bomb. But I'm looking forward to going out, getting some food. I want to talk to people. I feel like I've been struggling to speak Spanish here more than I anticipated, and I think it's because people are not speaking Spanish. I know. I think people are speaking, I think, is it Catalan? I can't remember. I would like to like talk to someone or have a conversation so that I can exercise my Spanish and get out of my comfort zone a little bit, because I have been in a little funk since I got here, but I feel really good right now. I needed that siesta. So it is almost 6 o'clock, and I am just going to walk. Our food was delicious. It was some stuff I never tried before, but I'm glad that I got it. It didn't disappoint. And now I got a glass of wine. This is white wine. It was called tiene. So this right here, as soon as I sipped it, I feel like I melted. I feel like I melted immediately. I think that might be the best wine I ever had. That was delicious. This is future Anita checking in here. The audio on this clip got removed somehow, so I'm just going to summarize what I was saying here. Basically, you guys know that I had a tour scheduled in the previous clips, but I missed it because I couldn't find the location and I was just going through it. But luckily, the team remembered me and they saved a spot for me on the tour the following day. So that is what you're seeing in this clip here and what you'll be seeing in the next clips. We toured northern Spain, France, and Andorra. It was a pretty gloomy day, but nonetheless, I was just grateful to go along for the ride, and I really enjoyed the scenic view.